Hi, I'm Andrew at Baker's Gas. We're here today to do a comparison video between Lincoln and Miller hoods. So today I brought on the two of the most popular hoods on the market right now. So we have the Lincoln 3350 series, and then I have the Miller Digital Elite series. So both of these hoods are top sellers in their market. They are both very competitive when you put them side by side. And as you can see looking at them, similar look, but there is some major differences between the two. So in this video we're going to go over the differences, what I like, what I don't like, and then how to compare them when you're out there shopping for a hood, as far as what to look for and warranties and that sort of thing. So we'll just dive right in. So the 3350, as you know, this is the K3034-4. So this is the older style, most popular style. They have a -5 that has a digital interface. This one has an analog interface, whereas the Miller has a digital interface. So, but in comparison, they are very comparable on the market scale. So what we see is when people like this, they also like this, or they like to look at both of them, right? As far as a comparison goes. This has been hugely popular with the old analog style, still #1 seller compared to its digital, newer version. You could see external grind button on this guy. This is the new 4X by the Elite, no external grind button. So they took everything and put it back inside now. So you gotta flip up your hood to go to the grind mode on the new 4X version. One of the differences too, to change the front lens, you pop the front off on the Elite. You gotta go through the inside to change the front lens on the 3350. Kind of, I don't want to say it's annoying, but it is it's easier to change it from the front than it is the back, but both have their challenges when doing that. To flip them over here on the headgear, you can see very similar. Miller on the new 4X calls this their legacy headgear. So this is going back a couple generations, but it is a brand new style headgear. It's just, they call it their legacy version because this was from the older models in the back. So this is the 6 Series headgear from Lincoln. I think it's really comfortable, easy to adjust. Fits big heads, small heads, tiny heads. We've had them on 6-year-olds all the way up to 90-year-olds. So you know it's very adjustable in head size. Same thing with the Miller. I like the legacy headgear. It's not all complicated. There's not all these moving parts. It's pretty simple to adjust, change. Other than that, if you flip them back over, so you can see sitting side by side, this thing here is a bigger viewing range than this thing here. So this has 12.5 inches and this has 9.2 inches viewing range. So you got a bigger viewing range on the Lincoln for sure. Both have the same clarity rating, so they're both a 1111 clarity rating. This has a resting shade of 3. This has a resting shade of 2.5. So a little bit different there, a little bit clearer when you're not welding, a little bit darker. Is that going to win me over? I'm on the fence about that. I do like the way this views when you're not welding. You could see a lot more, but it is a brand new 4X version from Miller. So now let's dive into weight-wise. This one's going to run about 24 ounces, and this one's 17 ounces. So it is lighter, but you're still missing 3 inches of viewing range on this one compared to this one. So to compensate for the weight, right? You're going to have more weight in this because the lens is bigger. This one obviously has a smaller lens. But there again, solar power, so it helps withstand battery life. 4 sensors on each one, so your safety's maximized on that. Both of them have a sun, like when you're welding outside, right? Both of them will not flash. This one's called X mode. This one has sunlight detection. So they're very similar in that thing, but you got to be in X mode. You got to set it in that. This one automatically recognizes it. And then one of the biggest differences on these, and I like to point out, is warranty. 5-year warranty on the Lincoln, 4-year warranty on the Miller. If that's a big deal to you guys, I like warranties, and I like good warranties. Both companies under warranty are awesome when you're dealing with them, but you get a little bit longer. You get 1 more year out of the Lincoln. So as far as that goes, I mean, I'm on the fence which one is better than the other. I like the Lincoln hood. I think it welds really, really nice. It was my favorite hood for a long, long time. Still is. I still like it. But when 4X came out, it is clearer than the Lincoln hood, and I'll put that. Now it's a minute, difference, but it is clearer, and maybe because of the resting shade being so much lighter. So when I'm done welding, I can see more. but you can still see great through this hood too as well. I mean, other than that, I like the analog style. I'm not a big fan of the digital style, but it does work. Everything works. You can wear a glove. You can see. They both have memory settings. I mean, they're very comparable in that realm. I do like how you can change the front lens on this Elite. That's awesome. Always love that about that. You don't have to pull the lens out of the back. Fiddle around and get everything back in the right order. This one you have to pull it out the back, which I guess not a big deal, but it is nicer to change it that way. But as far as head weight on your head, I think they both sit very nice when you're welding. Obviously this one's lighter. I started out with an Elite. I like the Elite series. Still one of my favorite hoods out there. 4X made it a whole lot better. It is amazing how much better it is than the 2.0 that just came out. So, I mean, if you guys are looking at competitive hoods, price is pretty competitive, around the same range. Obviously, they're in stock. They ship out same day, so nothing bad to say about any of that. But as far as everything goes, I mean, color, there's multiple colors in each one, so you can choose, you know, what graphic you want in the Lincoln or what graphic you want in the Miller. One thing I will point out though, when you go to a graphic, I like black helmets, just partial to it, the flat black. When you go to an Elite and you want a graphic, remember, then you got to go from the inside out to pull the front lens out. They do not have this on the colored hoods. So just remember that when only on black they have the front lens that pops out. Another thing though I don't like about the Elite is no grind button. They took it away. Oh, I liked it. It was nice. You go up and flip it on there, you're in grind mode. This thing still has it. It's awesome. I still like to flip up there, touch the button, and you're back in grind mode instead of flipping up my hood and doing all that. Big fan of the analog too as well. So do me a favor and leave in the comments below which one you guys prefer. I'd like to hear from everybody about that. It's been a big point of contention for many years of which one's better than which. I just laid out your basic options between the two. If you got any questions, comments, leave them down below. We'll do our best to answer them. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for some more.